Hey guys, on your learning plan, you're going to see little boxes of yellow, which is probably where you click this link. Actually, this one's on this side. You'll see a little yellow thing here that says watch video for your reading, which is what you're doing now, and complete the reading assignment. Those are two separate links. Here's what we're doing. We're going to try to get you to read and think like a historian. And to do that, we're going to use these Fab Four. You probably heard these before. You're probably going to go over them in your ELA class, but we're going to go over them in here too, because it helps you really read and think like a historian as well. And these are predict, question, clarify, and summarize. These are four things that you want to try to do every time you read. We're going to go over this now. I'm going to put one in every video for you, but once you get a hold on the Fab Four, predict, question, clarify, summarize, you probably don't even have to watch these videos anymore. You could probably just go to your learning plan, click on the copy of the primary source document that's going to be up there, read it, and do it all in your head, or do it with a partner, which is fine as well. So we'll start with this one here, predict. What are we going to predict? It says it's a primary source document, Alexa level high of 1900. That's like college stuff. It's called the Journal of Christopher Columbus, Sunday, 14th of October. Okay, there's what this is called. So predict. I don't know what I could predict from this besides that it's Christopher Columbus. It's probably pretty old. We knew that he sailed the ocean blue in 1492. It's a journal, Sunday, October 14th. Who is he writing the... Oh, look at that question. I said who. Who is he writing the journal for? Who is he writing it to? Is he writing it to somebody? Is it just for himself? I mean, is he going to keep this journal and then just throw it away, and who cares, right? That's why we kind of keep journals for private stuff. But when you kept journals in the 14 and 1500s, it was more or less when you get back, you can remember what you need to talk to people about. So predict. It's going to be old. Question, who is he writing it to? What is he writing it about? Clarify. Let's read and get going. These people have little knowledge of fighting. As your majesties will see from the 7 I have captured to take away with us, so as to teach them our language and return them, unless your majesty's orders are that they all be taken to Spain or held captive on the island itself. For with 50 men, one could keep the whole population in subjection and make them do whatever is wanted. So let's clarify that now. Let's look at some vocabulary that you may or may not know. Your majesties. What is your majesties? Well, that's a monarch. When you're talking about the majesties, you're talking about royalty, the monarchy, which happens to be King Ferdinand and Queen Isabella, as we learned in the last section, that Columbus sailed for Spain. He was born in Italy, but he sailed for Spain for the monarchy. Subjection, that says it down here. With 50 men, one could keep the whole population in subjection and make them do whatever is wanted. So subjection is control. With 50 men, one could keep the whole population in control and make them do whatever is wanted. All right. So about the passage of the Journal of Christopher Columbus, who do you think he's talking to? I think that's just a find question. I can go back to the reading and find that question, the answer to that question. Who do you think Columbus was talking to? Right? So that's the first question. I'm thinking probably somewhere up here about who he's talking to. What do you think he was telling or asking the intended reader in this message? That's why we need to summarize the who, the what, the where, the when, the why, the how. So we know the who, Columbus, and we know the other who he's talking to. What's he talking about, right? Where, he's probably talking about in the Bahamas. You learned that in the past. When, so Sunday, October 14th, 1492. Why, forget about how. But now we're talking about like the what and the why. So we get to this, you could divide it up in two. These people have little knowledge of fighting, as your majesties will see from the 7 I have captured, to take away with us so as to teach them our language and return them, unless your majesty's orders are that they are to be taken to Spain or held captive on the island itself. There you go. So that first section describes something. What does it describe? And then the second section here, for with 50 men, one could keep the whole population in subjection and make them do whatever is wanted. How do you think that with 50 men, one could keep the whole population in subjection and make them do whatever they wanted? How many people were on the island? You would imagine a lot. It was a native island. With 50 men, one could keep the whole population in subjection, in control. What do you think Columbus is telling or asking the intended person in this passage? If you have any other questions, please feel free to ask.